Hi everyone, Soul17 here. Let me first, like usual. I don't own these pictures. I made a thumbnail, and yeah, it's been about a month or two since I last made a video. I think I made a video, but I never uploaded it, and I just deleted it before making this. I didn't know for sure. I probably did, and then I forgot about it. It's just been a lot going on. School. I want to try to get work, my schoolwork done, but then laziness or tired kicks in, and you just want to relax all day, and yeah. And I was also going through trying to get used to working at a new place because my job is a clean, it's like just clean the building and such. So one building's moving, and I can't go to where they're moving to, and I had to assign a new place to clean. So I'm basically was worried about that and stuff. So it was kind of like stress, mixed with tired, and just I was gonna make the part 2 to the Rimuru slime, Naruto, honestly, and and then I never got to it because of all that stuff happening. So, yeah. So I came up with this due to the fact that God of War Ragnarok. And I like the God of War games. Basically, God of War 1 is... I haven't played all of them. I only played 1, 2, and 3, and the new God of War before... where basically Atreus is in, so... That's the only ones I played. I have not played any of the other titles. So, in a sense, I'm going to only go with that. Basically, the thing how this is going to go is... It was hard to figure out when I was thinking of this for like 2 days. It popped in my head, and I was like, okay, why should it be Naruto? Reasons. Naruto has the rage, basically. So, in a sense, the Nine-Tailed Fox, and that's kind of is going to be the substitution for the Spartan Rage. But basically, though, by powers, I'm talking about mostly his godly, basically Kratos' godly powers and his weapons and such. But yeah, I'm just gonna say my reasoning for everything. But now I'm just gonna go into it. I'm just gonna make this an hour long. I'm not gonna go over an hour and 10 minutes. Honestly, I don't think anyone will want that. But basically, though, this is taking place after the whole entire first fight with Zabuza. So during a wave mission, why that? I don't think Naruto will get the weapons when he's a kid and train with them in secret, because Hiruzen will be spying on Naruto and try to take the weapons away. So, Wave Arc seems like the best solution. And the Force of Death Arc will be like... Well, the Force of Death with the Chunizam is like a bad place to even put them, because it's like Naruto just got them. And I think just having them here will be the best thing. But anyways, let's just get into this. So, this is what Naruto gained Kratos' weapons and powers part. Alright. So, what happens is very simple. Since we do not know what's going to happen to Kratos, I am making my assumption from near the end, well, basically the ending, sort of. I mean, like, before we go to, if no one has ever played God of War on the PS4, with basically Atreus and Kratos, then here's the thing. Spoiler warning, if you don't want to hear it, just fast forward, like, 2 minutes ahead, I guess, or something. I don't know. Basically, here's the thing. Because of the mural, it says Kratos is gonna die. That is the mindset part is going with. So, in a sense, yeah, Kratos dies, but not the way we think, but he dies not to basically from Ragnarok, Thor's battle, more like protecting Atreus. Hold up. Okay, sorry, I thought I heard something. Basically, like I was saying, he dies due to protecting Atreus. And so, while Atreus is grieving, we basically have who, from the Ragnarok trailers, believing that it's Odin appearing. I don't know what he looks like. It's just, he's basically. Sorry about my fan. My fan's not working properly, you can say. It takes a while to run. So, yeah. I'm just need to let it run. But basically, like I'm saying, we don't know what he looks like from the Ragnarok trailer, because he's all, blacked out. We don't see his face, it's just like his outline. And so, imagine what he'll look like. But basically, in a sense, he appears towards Atreus. And I'm kind of doing the mixing this concept because it basically makes sense. And since, well, the 9 realms and basically can travel through them, why not on this concept? If someone says it doesn't work, it's this is the only way I could have thought of, and I don't want no one else to take the weapons from Naruto, so it's gonna be like only a magical runes are gonna be on them. Well, based only on one thing, but in a sense, anything Kratos has or ever had is going to be given to Naruto, basically. But anyways, it's like I'm saying, so Odin appears, and he goes, "So he has died. What a shame." And Atreus is looking at this man. He was like, "Who are you?" He was like, "Dear boy, it does not matter who I am. But all that matters is that you need help. You have no one besides yourself. So, I'm here to retrieve you." As Atreus has taken a while to realize, but then it all clicks. He goes, "Odin!" He basically about to take out his bow as Odin stops him with just a hand. He was like, "Do not even try it, boy. You cannot even kill me if you even wanted to. But the ghost of Sparta deserves a little something better than this." As basically 2 Valkyries appear to grab Atreus, pull him back, Odin basically takes the Leviathan axe and give it to Atreus, which confuses him. He goes, "I respect warriors, but I made a deal with another god that the child of prophecy in that world would gain assistance from another god. And I figured, why not the ghost of Sparta?" Which Atreus, basically just eyes widen. And he goes, "What do you mean?" So, Odin is basically pulls out basically his staff, I guess, or spear, and start writing down runes, basically, on the ground. Basically, Kratos has his blades. Hold up. Okay, like I was saying, Odin is writing down runes. Basically, these runes are basically going to a circle as he says, "Well, God of War, you'll not come into the walls of Valhalla, or be anywhere here in this realm, but I promise you this. I'll keep your boy safe, and I'll train him well. Now, fulfill the end of my end of my deal with the god. And he taps the staff on the magical rune circle as all of a sudden, yes, I'm mixing basically anime stuff with the game, but it's like I don't really know what you can do in the God of War PS4 world. There's ruins and it's just magical stuff happens in there. So it's like, why not? But basically, yeah. So Kratos' body is, sinking down into this portal, basically, and being transported. But the thing is, while he's being transported, his body is going to the Blades of Chaos, and basically through the Blades of Chaos, Kratos will live on. And he can still hear, his spirit is hearing basically Odin say this: your body will be absorbed by your blades. Your mind will be preserved through them. You'll train the wielder of your, cursed weapons. And you'll be there to guide them. But only he who is worthy will be able to wield you. Even the child of prophecy that I made the deal with the god of that world may not be able to hold you. Be warned, Kratos. Choose the wielder wisely, for the fate of that world will rest in their hands and in your blade. So, basically, because of that, the magic runes stop glowing. Basically, they fizzle out, and Odin looks at Atreus. He goes, now then, Atreus, or should I say Loki? Which Atreus is shocked. He was like, he has the Valkyries basically let go of him. And he says, let us go to Asgard. I want to see what you're able to do in a fight. Which Atreus looks at him defiantly, and then he relents because he realizes he has no choice. But he does tell him, oh, and if you were wondering, since I appeared right at the time your father's death, no, I did not plan for him to die this way. It was someone out of my sight. Meanwhile, though, someone in a cloak just basically had an arrow. That was the thing that killed basically Kratos, but no ornate arrow. It's basically someone from his past. But yeah, anyways though, while the Blades of Chaos, Kratos' mind is basically, spirit is in the weapons, and so when he wakes up, he basically sees someone that he never thought of seeing again. Well, technically he sees Odin, but he sees Athena. He goes, Athena? And Odin, I believe. He goes, you're alright, Spartan. Or should I say God of War. Which Athena goes, Kratos, you're going to a world like no other you have ever seen. They have no god. They have a god, but not the ones that you think of. One that does not basically interact with humanity much, only when needed. Which he goes, so at least there's a god that actually lets humanity play with their own tools. Which Athena nods, but then Odin says, I made a deal with this god, and I needed someone to send. But they had to die, and most of my, warriors / gods wouldn't have been a good choice. And besides, that was right at the time when I came back to Asgard. You basically died, so I thought, kill two birds with one stone. I get rid of you, and you help out the child prophecy. Which Kratos just like looking at him and he goes, before you even ask why, your soul is in the weapons. Also, while basically you're being teleported with the magical rune, rune I basically made, I basically add a few more to it. So, your weapons are being teleported. You yourself was absorbed, and only your spirit was preserved. But also, only your past weapons may be able to be used weapons / powers or magic. But in a sense, the powers will be transferred over to the boy or girl or whoever is a child prophecy or person. Prophecies are so hard to understand, but they always are wary, and that's why I don't like them. In which Kratos nods and he looks at Athena. Basically, Athena's saying, I will not be able to cross over with you, or I'll be able to, even be there to mock you. He goes, so you're just going straight to the point. She goes, yes, at this point in time, I have no choice. In where she just basically makes a grunt, and then she goes, basically though, I am allowed to do my own, tweaks. So basically, like Odin said, your weapons and powers will be given to to whoever it is. That's the prophecy, child, person. But the little things I'm adding is that they are going to be able to summon the weapons instead of holding them, and always have to switch between. He goes, which Kratos just saying, okay. Which I was handy when I needed that, but whatever. He goes, yes, and also your knowledge and memories, you will have to show them to actually train them. Which Kratos like, so I'm going to have to show them alright. I have no choice in the matter anyway, so I'll train them. Which basically Athena nods, and Odin just nods too, which Athena basically says, oh, if they do have your Spartan rage, be careful with them. I do not know what power source or energy or whatever they use in that world. All I know is that they have some sort of advantage that normal humans don't have. Sorry. Anyways, which Kratos just nods. So, what happens is very simple. While the blades are being traveling through dimension, space, and time, we have just Naruto. He's basically everything canon happened. We're basically at the wave arc where it's during the 7 days that they have that Naruto will basically find the Blades of Chaos. But it's not going to be like, oh, they're just going to pop in and right in front of Naruto. No. They basically do pop into the world, but they land on basically a random tree. This is technically the day where Naruto kind of, how should I say this? Kind of basically may have or may not have yelled at Hazuna's grandson, Inari, and then he went out and tried to cool off by doing training. So, while he's grumbling, basically saying stupid kid doesn't know complains about just what's going on, lost someone, and basically though everyone else is suffering while he's just moping like the Tem. I need to cool off, I gotta train, basically. As Naruto's walking to the clearing, Naruto does know something. He basically sees something, well, hanging from a tree. Two blades attached to chains. As Naruto was basically looking at them in confusion, he does walk over to them. He goes like, okay, is someone here or they just left these weird weapons here? Alright, I mean, if no one's around to take them, I guess I can see see how they work, or how to use them. I mean, maybe they'll let me keep them if they don't want them no more. So, when Naruto does grab the blades, something happens. You see, Naruto does not have a good experience. He basically relives most of his past trauma. And, well, he's actually in his kid body. And Naruto basically goes back to running away from the villagers, and then all of a sudden stops and looks at them. And basically, he literally just yells at them, saying, "I am not the QB!" In which they look at him, he goes like, basically saying, "I am the jailer." He's basically the prisoner. He just says in ninja terms, kunai and scroll. He was like, I am just something that contains it. How can you be so idiotic and not look past the fact that I am human? Basically. And, well, I mean, they yell, "No, you're the demon!" Basically, and Naruto gets in a fighting stance. He goes like, "Alright then, bring it on!" And so he runs towards them. And yeah, those memories as a kid, Naruto, I mean, his trauma, he relives it, and let's just say this, all those basically those non-real villagers, they got their butt whooped. I'm not gonna lie, they literally got their butt whooped. And so after that, the scene changes to another, experience of October the 10th. Naruto basically outruns them this time instead of getting beaten. He even finds the ninjas. He out-tricks them. He basically found, he basically just finds stuff that's basically sharp just to throw at them and preventing them from ever hurting him. And Kratos has been seeing through his memories while he's knocked out. And he basically cannot believe these villagers on how stupid they are. Oh, give me a minute. Okay, sorry about that. It's just my dad came out. He told me to go to bed and... Okay. So yeah, as I was saying, Kratos sees the villagers and he goes, "These people are idiots. They do not know the fact of a different object from a person, or whatever this creature is that was sealed inside of him is not him." So, as soon as Kratos basically, says that, he makes a decision. Basically, to keep watching the boy. So basically, he sees Naruto's courage. He sees Naruto's anger. He sees his, basically, tenacity, his, basically, cleverness, and that his kindness. So, after that's all done, we have now Naruto brought into his mindscape, where he's in front of the cage, where there's a man looking at it. He basically sees, Kratos from God of War, Ragnarok, the way he looks in Ragnarok. He basically seen him just staring at the cage, as Naruto goes, "Hey, who are you? And what is this place?" As Kratos just says, "We are in your mind, boy." Is that so hard to understand? He was like, "My mind? Why is this like this?" He goes, "I do not know, but maybe the creature behind this cage can tell us." As right on cue, the QB, the Ninetales, open up, its eyes. And basically, he would say if Kratos was not there, so the jailer finally introduces himself to me. Well, the warden. But since Kratos is there, he basically just says, "Who are you? And why do you not smell like a normal human?" He goes, "I do not have to tell you, but I want to know, why is the boy's mind like this?" He goes, "What do you think? I knew you saw his memories. It's all because of that, how his outlook on life and how he feels." Basically, this is respite. Yeah, this basically is a representation of his mind. He goes, "I see." Well, it does not matter. He turns around and he sees Naruto. He goes, "You took my blades, and you went through a trial, and I would gladly to say this to you: you passed with flying colors." Surprisingly. Which Naruto was like, "What do you mean?" He goes, "Look at your hands." As Naruto basically looks down and he sees the blades of chaos are basically in his hand still. He goes like, "Wait, are these yours?" "I'm sorry, I didn't know if I was you." Basically, Kratos raised up his hand. He goes, "Do not worry, boy. You are perfectly fine. I'm already dead, so it does not matter." Which Naruto was like, "Wait, if you're here, then how?" He goes like, "Ugh. Listen, boy. The only thing that you need to worry about is I'm here. That is all. And yes, I will be having Kratos call Naruto boy because of that's what he is to him. So, he goes, I will start training you. But for now, you need to rest. You need to have a clear mind. And I have to think of how I'm going to train you." I even got to show you tactics from what I know of. So, let us get to know each other. And you. What should I call you? What is your name, if you even have one? He goes, "Why should I tell you?" As basically, Naruto is seeing now just a big giant fox from the cage because somehow there's light showing the full size of the Ninetales. And he goes, "It's simple. I'm gonna be here for who knows how long. So, I'm probably mostly likely gonna talk to you. And besides, I do not know what this world's, how should I say, energy or power or magic." Which Kurama and Naruto raise up an eyebrow at that. And Naruto goes, "Don't you mean chakra?" He goes, "Chakra. No, I do not know." And so, basically, Naruto just looks at basically looks at Kurama, aka the Ninetales, and he goes, "You want to tell him or should I? I mean, I ain't good at explaining stuff." Which Kurama just says, "For once, I'll do this for you. You got a freebie." Which Naruto goes like, "A freebie? What's that supposed to mean?" As he just scratches his head. So Kurama explains chakra to Kratos. He goes, "Ah, I see. Well then, does not matter." Which Naruto and basically and Kurama are looking at him. He goes like, "Well, allow me to explain some things. Since you pass, my powers are slowly going to be given to you. Which, I should warn you, They're very vast and very dangerous, along with my weapons. Which Naruto basically was like, wait, what? He was like, uh, see those magical runes on the blades. Basically, imagine there's basically runes glowing on the blades of chaos, in which Naruto just nods. He was like, those are the signs of that my powers be given to you along with my weapons of old. My past. I'll have to train you in each one of them. So basically, just the God of War 1, 2, and 3. I probably will have to go back and look at them. But hey, for now, it's the Blades of Chaos. And I'm gonna try to make it like he has to earn them. But yeah, anyway, so Naruto is like, okay. Anyways, wait, what's your name? Ah, yes, I forgot to tell you my name, boy. My name is Kratos. Yours? He goes, you saw my memories. He goes, still, it's only polite. He goes, sorry, Naruto Uzumaki. Get me in the next Hokage. Believe it, basically. And then he looks at the Nine Tails. He was like, ugh. I do not want to tell my name, basically, Kurama says. He goes like, just for now, call me QB. He goes, which Kratos just nods. And so he goes like, to make a long story short of what I am a demigod. That became a god. The god of war. In which Kratos, after saying that, Naruto and Kurama just silence. Which Kratos looks at both of them. He was like, huh. I thought they would take it way more horrible. Basically, Naruto goes, you're God? I'm getting powers of a god. He goes like, just not any god. A god of war. And also a god slayer. Which Kurama was like, wait, a god slayer? He goes, yes, I killed gods. He was like, okay. Which Naruto was like, okay, how many gods? He goes, there was Ares, there was Athena, there was Zeus, Hephaestus, and he just goes on and on. Which Naruto would just be like, and he goes, I also killed Thanatos. He goes like, okay, what the heck type of names are these? He goes like, oh, I am not from this world, or this dimension, as I presume. As reason why I'm making Kratos be like this, because I basically say he would change his attitude to help Naruto, basically. It's not really Kratos, but he has to explain. And I really can't get into the Kratos, basically, voice or attitude. I can only make him, basically, think the way I think he will, like, try to talk to Naruto. Since he needs to explain, he's going to take more of a... He's going to be serious, but he ain't going to be like how he was with Atreus. Only in training, I think. Which, okay, Naruto's like, okay, this is just a whole lot. Naruto just sits down, which basically Kurama just nods at Naruto saying, and he just sighs, you're like, listen, just so you know, my powers, you also will have most of my magic. Well, the magics I have gained from the past. But for now, you will basically start to have better endurance, better durability, regeneration. I'm just going based off what I remember from the games. Alright, reflexes, heck, you can probably even have better senses. But for now, I'll leave you two alone, and you two can talk wherever you need to go out. Talk it out. Besides, that's going to be one of the lessons for you, Naruto. As basically Kratos walks away. Now, while basically Naruto and Kurama are just looking at each other, basically Naruto just says, heh, a god. Which Kurama just nods. He was like, so, I know I should really be mad and blame you for everything that has ever happened to me, but at the same time, I came to a realization through those trials that I can't. You never really asked to be here, so... and I really never asked you to be sealed in my gut, which Kurama just nods. He goes, so, you're gonna get powers of a god. Which Naruto goes like, yep. Jinchuriki god, huh? So, I mean, if you really think about it, this is all they could probably do. As there's like a tense silence. Now, with Kratos. Kratos basically is walking through the pathways of basically Naruto's basically mindscape. And sewer, as, well, Naruto, well not Naruto, as Kratos then comes into an area that has a door. He opens it. He goes, huh, I did not expect someone like you to be here, or anyone at all. Which he goes like, who are you? Basically, as he's, not Naruto, Kratos sees this man in a white robes, brown hair, have something around his, has some probably white cloth around his head, some hair, he has like two hairs going down his side that are tied up. As he goes, be silent. Allow me to explain everything. So, Kratos tells whoever this is who he is and why he's here. And then he was like, okay then, Kratos. My name is Ashura. It's a pleasure to meet you. He goes, likewise. So, can you please tell me why you're here? He was like, oh, well, you see, this kid is my reincarnation. And, well, I'm going to be in a great... How should I say this? I'm going to be in a great battle between my brother and our ideals and trying to prove who's better, basically. It's a conflict that's been going on for hundreds of years, in which Kratos goes, interesting. Please, explain why this all started. He goes, simple. My father, Hagoromo Otosuke, was called the Sage of Six Paths, and he basically gave me the power, which my brother was angry at, and it's got out of hand. Truly. Which, he goes, one brother given a power that the other brother wanted. Which he goes, yep. He goes like, I see. Now, please, explain. Please explain to me why. Why are you basically here, though? He was like, oh, well, I'm kind of gonna be trying to... If you really think about it, Ashura's basically being a part of Naruto. He's a demigod. But still, I'm just saying, Ashura basically influences Naruto. In some degree, to want to have that peace and save Sasuke so much. So which Kratos basically... basically that's what Ashura says. He's not gonna control Naruto or influence him much. It's just here and there, try to get peace and such. Which Kratos basically even trying on ideals and try to, save his brother if they ever find reincarnation. Which he's a part of the team. Which he goes Sasuke Uchiha. Which he nods. He goes, Allow me then to tell you how my life was. So he kind of just tells him about he was a warrior, Spartan, a general. He went through wars. He, when he was younger, he believed, battle, combat, everything. But after he went to the Norse world, the North mythology world, he basically learned peace was good, and you don't need to have any battles and, all that. So he kind of agreed. Peace is, alright. But he does, though, ask, he only says to Ashura this: please, do not influence the boy at all. Which goes, but why? He goes, listen, if someone's basically, as you said it, if you said about your brother who wanted power, basically he gives an explanation of who he is, Ashura, I mean, so, and basically about his family, I think he would also say, when, well, it's only, no, actually, so he was like, your brother, Indra Otsutsuki, he's obsessed with power. He thinks power is all, and everyone should bow down to him and rule. He should rule over, and he doesn't really help them out much. He was like, "Huh, I understand that." Well then, if the person that is, well, going to basically be a power-hungry person, and they're going to try to come after Naruto, he should not be trying to save them. He should try to defend himself and kill only if necessary, as a last resort. Your influence him will kind of clash with what I'm trying to teach. But it does not mean you cannot just come over and introduce yourself to him. Which, you're like, okay. By the way, your father is a god, so you're a demigod. But since Naruto is your reincarnation, and he has a part of and he has your soul, does that make him a demigod? Which he goes, yep. Why? He goes like, ugh, it's like me all over again. Which Kratos just leaving, but he goes like, wait, what do you mean you all over again? He goes like, I'm the god of war. Which Ashura like, you're a god. Yes. Why? Does that mean Naruto's gonna be immortal? Yes. Somewhat. Oh, okay. I see why you asked me not to. He goes, Indra your brother will probably never want to come back to the reincarnation cycle. As he basically just closing the door. Ashura just sitting down. You're like, I need to call father. So, after that, Kratos gets back and he sees Naruto and Kurama just talking. But it's like, they don't know what to talk about. So they just talk about his training. Kurama talks about the past. And Kratos goes like, I have returned, boy. He goes like, Kratos, Sensei. He goes, just Kratos. He was like, okay then, Kratos. So when's the train gonna start? Well, it probably should be morning right about now, so after you wake up, and you do whatever else you need to do. But for now, though, the blades will have to, well, be all part of your arm. Or at least, they can't be on you if your teacher will be suspicious. But you have no way of, well, making them disappear. So just put them on your back, they'll stay on. Which he goes, really? He was like, yes, it's always worked for me. Oh, and, by the way, the chains will be wrapped around your arms permanently until you take them off. But Naruto goes like, huh, why? He goes like, for some rare reason, the chain must be magical, because no matter how much I threw them into something, they always extend with me. Which Naruto was like, oh. And you basically can use it to basically pull things to you, pull yourself to something, grappling. You'll see from my memories or experience and my training. So Naruto wakes up. The same thing with Haku happens. Just Naruto puts the blades on his back, and then he basically goes to, well, Tazuna's house. And so when he gets back, he's very, how should I say, he's very quiet because he's thinking like he thought the blades were not real, and then when he wakes up, he has them. So now he's wondering, is he now? So when Kakashi sees two things that are on his back, basically he has them exactly the same way as Kratos would have them in the God of War God of War 1, 2, and 3. So basically Kakashi sees them, he was like, Naruto, where do you get those? He was like, I found them. I thought they'd be really cool. I mean, as some reason, as soon as I touched them, I felt weird. Like my chakras being absorbed, and I passed out. Next thing you know, I woke up and they're just on my arms. I mean, it's pretty cool. I mean, for some reason, the chain doesn't get in the way when they're on my back. I really don't understand it. Which Kakashi's like, can I take a look? He was like, I don't think you can. I mean, you can look, but I don't think you can try to touch them, Kakashi-sensei. Which Naruto basically takes them both off his back, and he's holding them. Kakashi, kind of a little bit worried. I mean, Naruto has weapons. He doesn't know how the villagers are going to take it. He doesn't know how Sasuke and Sakura are going to take it. So, in a sense, he's just like, look at them. He's like, can I touch them? He's like, I think you can? He was like, what do you mean? He's like, I honestly don't know what's going on with them, Kakashi-sensei. I'm sorry. Which he goes, I see. I'm sorry then, Naruto. And it's alright. Which Kratos says in his mind, boy, he's allowed to touch them. He just can't wield them. He was like, okay. So he basically holds them out as Kakashi basically only touches his hand on the flat side. He basically can tell these blades are not normal. In which he goes, well then, I hope you're gonna train with them, Naruto. I can't help you with this one. Which he goes, it's no problem, Kakashi-sensei. And I still have to do tree walking, but I'm gonna try to convert some of my time to this. Try to wield these. He was like, well, that's fine. Basically, Kakashi thinks, I knew I shouldn't tell him this, but at the same time, he needs to try to learn how to use these weapons. Alright. Basically, he goes like, Naruto, let's go outside real quick. He's like, okay. So, what Naruto basically and Kakashi do is just this. He basically tells him the secret of the Shadow Clone Jutsu. Which, when Naruto goes like, really? You had to hit me with a kunai? Which basically was like, I didn't hit you with a kunai, Kakashi says. Which Naruto goes like, yeah, you did. Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Which Kakashi just kind of chuckles at that. And so, he asks, how many Shadow Clones can I do? He was like, 5. No, actually, 20. Yeah, 20 should be good. And have them basically only disappear in 5 sets. Which, he was like, the memory backlash, right? He was like, yes. He goes, alright. So, basically, Naruto, makes 20 clones, and he tells them to, basically go with the, basically tree walking exercise. And he knows that the Blades of Chaos aren't on the clone's back. Which actually kind of surprises Naruto and Kakashi. And basically Naruto says, I guess I can't copy them with my clones. Which he was like, Kakashi was like, okay, then that's good. In his head, but he was like, I see. Well, we'll try to figure out these blades, ourselves then. Well, I'll try to help you as much as I can then. Alright? He goes, thank you, Kakashi-sensei. He goes like, now, I'll just tell Sakura and, Sakura and Sasuke, come eat, breakfast when it's near time. He goes, right. So, what happens is very simple. After that, Naruto does do the tree walking exercise, but the thing is, he gets it done way faster, and Kratos teaches Naruto how to wield the swords close combat, which basically he's also telling Naruto how to train in the real world. So basically, Naruto was doing push-ups, sit-ups, crunches. He's doing anything he can to try to basically get stronger. Kratos wants him to get more fit. But the thing is, Kratos realized he can't just make Naruto, as big as him. So, in a sense, he wants Naruto to try to focus on the speed and agility that he naturally has, which he asked Kurama about what would be the best way, though, which what Kurama said. So he basically tells Naruto, that, and also asked tips from Kurama, asked tips from QB about it, which Naruto did. So, in a sense, though, Kurama and Naruto aren't friends, but at the same time, they talk to each other. Naruto's trying to build a bond. Kurama just doesn't know what to do because the kid's becoming a god, in a sense. So yeah, but Naruto has naturally, he's basically beginning stronger. He has been noticing that. He's basically needs to take a lot more workouts. But I mean, a lot more sets. And I don't mean, he just getting rapidly stronger. I mean, no, it's, slowly improving. It's due to the fact that he's getting stronger from working out, but he's also getting stronger from, basically, Kurama healing his muscles when they're sore. That was on the first day, the second day. Third day, is kind of wasn't really much, because I think it's like this. Training, Inari, Naruto, then training, Tazuna, Bridge Builder, Zabuza. So yeah. So, in a sense, that's what I believe. So, what happens is very simple. Naruto does sleep in on the 7th day, and, he wakes up to the screaming of Inari's mother, and he basically rushes out. He sees 2 bandits, as Naruto goes okay, how do I do this? He goes, alright then, boy. I have not taught you how to kill yet, so just knock them out. He goes, really? I thought you would be listen, you are not ready to kill yet, but this is a good time to test your strength and speed. He's right. So, Naruto easily knocks these guys out. 1 punch to the stomach, high knee into the head of the guy, and then basically while he stumbled onto the ground, quickly punches him in the face, knocked him out. And Naruto has gotten used to his strength. I mean, he has punch things to try to test out his strength. And he does leave a good sized dent in the trees. He leaves little markings on the second day of training. Third day, little cracks were showing where his fist was. So yeah, Naruto was testing out on his punches. So, in a sense, what happens is very simple now. After that, he does tell Inari that he did a good job, keep his mom safe, made his dad proud, and he basically gets to the bridge. Now, though, basically, Naruto does say that he needs to try to learn how to use these blades. Is there anything that he should know how to do? Which Kratos says, for now, you're not ready to how to wield them. I still have to show you my past, so you get a good visual explanation on how to. Which Naruto nods. So he can only fight them at close range. And it's not the best, though, I forgot to say. It's not he can basically do it, he's a master after a few days. No, he mostly just focused on chakra control exercise, which Kakashi is thinking about actually teaching water walking. But anyways, so, what happens now is, when he arrives to the bridge, everything would go the same. It's just the fact that Naruto can't. It's not seeing everything in slow motion. It's just his reaction time to the Senbon is very fast. Like he basically can like hit some of them out of the way. Basically, just like swinging. They're basically bouncing off the blades, and he does get hit because he's leaving himself open still. Which basically Sasuke and Sakura did not know where Naruto get the blades. He just found them and now they're attached to him. And yeah, Sasuke can't, he hasn't tried to even grab them because he just thought they were stupid. So, in a sense, now he's seeing, now he's seeing that Naruto actually had a pretty good idea to keep them. So, many of the things is going the same. It's just the fact is, and instead of Naruto basically having Sasuke have to save him, the fact is that Naruto basically saved Sasuke. He's the one who get pincushion, but the fact is, yes, Naruto is gonna rage, but the thing is, because because of basically Kratos' powers and the god, basically the rage, basically the rage meter from God of War, or Spartan Rage, or whatever you want to say. The fact is, Naruto doesn't instead have, he will get the red eyes, but the thing is, instead of the whole entire, cloak, Naruto basically will have the whole entire, red chakra coming off of him, but not the cloak yet. And his whisker marks and features will change. He does get claws and, basically teeth get longer. But the thing is, there's an added benefit of him actually getting fire on his arms with the blades, holding, which Haku doesn't understand. What is this kid? Sasuke doesn't understand what's going on. All they know is Naruto gets extremely fast. He basically swings one of the blades of chaos, cutting him through the ice mirror, and Haku already left. But the thing is, he instantly just throws it at the mirror that Haku went to. It breaks through, but he moves down the chain, and it just cutting, and the chain just legit is somehow lighting up, basically red, and it is cutting through the actual ice. And he pulls back the chain, and he catches it in his hand. Haku's speechless, Sasuke's speechless, and Kratos is legit telling Naruto to not let your rage consume you. Control it. Which Naruto's saying is, I try it. It's just He was like, take deep breaths in, boy. You are in the midst of battle. You cannot let your rage blind you. In which Naruto sees that he has an opportunity. He takes deep breaths in and then out, and to calm his mind. This ain't always gonna work. It's just that since Haku and Sasuke are dumbfounded, it's just a perfect opportunity. It's just Naruto still in his rage state. It's just the fact is, he now has a clear mind, and he says, Sasuke, go! I'll cover you. Basically, Sasuke just basically gets out of his dumbfoundedness, and he goes like, dope, you're gonna tell me what's going on later. So, yeah. Basically, Sasuke's running towards, basically, the crack area, where Haku's basically trying to form the ice mirrors, but Naruto legit, just going through the mirrors that basically are just trying to reappear, and he's just slicing through them with the blades, which Haku doesn't understand. The ice mirrors are supposed to be indestructible with his chakra added into it. So, Sasuke does get out. Naruto jumps back, and he basically lets the adrenaline leave him, and he goes back to normal. The blades basically aren't fine, but there was a few times when Sasuke saw the blades were glowing when he basically was cutting through the mirrors. He's thinking to himself, what type of blades are these? So Haku comes out in the mirrors, and he basically has to let go of the jutsu as it basically falls, which surprise Zabuza, Kakashi basically felt the Kyuubi's chakra, but it was slightly different, more control-like, but still that bloodlust and killer intent. Which Kratos says, "Good boy. This is not going to always work in the midst of battle. We have to learn to control your emotions, and you have to meditate to have your mind be at peace and control." Which Naruto groans in his head. Which Kratos says, "Do not groan, boy. You are a warrior and a ninja." It's basically a way to get stronger. Which he goes like, "I know, Kratos, I know." So Haku goes like, "How? How are you able to cover my mirrors?" He goes like, "With those," basically he says, "with those blades." He goes like, I don't know, actually. All I know is I was able to. Gut instincts? Which Sasuke's like, he just did on gut instincts? He was thinking in his head. So, what happens is very simple. Haku does die like in canon. It's just like after he basically told Sasuke and Naruto his story. Naruto basically saying, "You are not a tool, you are a person." He asked for them to kill him. So, in a sense, Naruto basically goes up to him because he thinks if he was like him, he would probably do exactly the same way. And basically, Haku and Gaara are the most two people I think Naruto could have became like. So, yeah, I kind of see Naruto thinking that, Haku is and him are similar. There are a lot of similarities, I do know, but I mean, similar almost became. So, in a sense, when Naruto was about to basically try to kill Haku, to grant him his wish, because he asked them to kill him since he was no use, he was out of chakra, he lost, which Sasuke was about to, but then Naruto goes up, which surprised Sasuke. And when Naruto was about to, shove the blade of chaos into, Haku, he stops him. He was like, "I'm sorry, Naruto. It looks like I still have something to do." And yes, Haku dies. Now, what happens though to Gado and his men? Well, after that happens, Gado starts clapping, and he starts speaking what he would do in canon, and Naruto really gets mad. But I mean by really gets mad, I mean like he gets mad, but not going to the rage state, and basically Naruto's like basically talking no jutsu to Zabuza. But the thing is, Zabuza's not gonna go in there alone. Naruto legit makes shadow clones, since he didn't use shadow clones at all. He really was relying on his reflex and speed that technically his strength he was getting, and the speed he was getting from his new addition. Hold up. So, in a sense, he has a lot of chakra left over. So he makes a good couple of a good 100 clones. Actually, I would say like a good 50. They don't have the blades, but they do have the speed and the strength. So, in a sense, yeah, they're not gonna win this, the bandits. So, Zabuza will go in along Naruto and the clones. And, Kratos tells him to use his fists. So, the clones and Naruto fight the bandits. Zabuza's killing the bandits, and basically kills Gado. But what he sees is Naruto legit punching a few bandits and they somewhat go flying. Basically, Naruto's dodging the blades, which Kakashi comes in and, fight too. And the bandits are trying to run, which Zabuza basically is still able to fight, but the thing is, he's still got a whole bunch of weapons impaled into him, but let's say like only 3, and he's still able to fight the rest. And Naruto knocked out his opponents, Kakashi killed as long as Zabuza. The thing is, though, Zabuza doesn't understand about the blades, why even have them, but he's not going to question the boy, since it seems like he's not even used to them yet. So he thinks it's understandable. He goes over to Haku and exactly the same thing. But the thing, basically, The thing is, though, Naruto does respect Zabuza and Haku, and we'll learn from this. And Kratos does tell him, "Good. Use these people as an example of ninjas, especially Zabuza." Which Naruto does make a mental nod. He basically has respect for Zabuza a lot. And I do think Zabuza will look at Naruto before he dies and tells him. I think though it's like this. If one of the 7 Mist Swordsmen is defeated by someone, they're the ones who's supposed to take the blade next. So, in a sense, he tells Naruto to take his blade. And, because he defeated him, not through actions or battle, but by words. So in a sense, even though he didn't kill him, he still defeated him, and he should take the blade. Which Naruto's like, "Are you sure?" He goes, "I'm positive. I see you becoming a great ninja with it." And, dies. Just final words, because it's like, and then it was already snowing a little. Basically, Nari and the townspeople came when, basically, in the middle of the fight, so they heard it. Naruto basically looking at Zabuza and shocked, surprised, and this random ninja thinks he could become a great ninja. I mean, technically, he saw Naruto fight the bandits. Sloppy fighting, sloppy taijutsu, but a lot of strength, speed, and agility. So, in a sense, if he was trained right, he has potential, in my mind, which I think Zabuza would think of this. So, in a sense, Naruto, who only has a slightly stronger in canon and slightly better body build, I think he would be able to pick up the sword. Which kind of a surprise Kakashi, Sasuke, and Sakura. And he goes, it's heavy, but I'm able to at least lift it. I won't be able to swing it just yet. Have to work on it. Hey, Kakashi Sensei, how am I able to bring this or walk around with this on? It's kind of big. Which Kakashi just sighs and tell him he'll basically give him a storage scroll then, and he'll explain how to use it. He goes, "Thank you," he says to him. So after that, he just put the blade away. The storage scroll for the executioner blade, and basically everyone has a celebration. Kakashi thinks we should probably go find Gado's base, which they do. They take them. They did tell Tazuna they are going to take whatever money that Gado has for the payment for the mission that was basically upgraded. Which he basically nods. He understands that, so they do that. They found the base. They actually come back, give Gado's certificates or basically deeds to places to basically Tazuna. So it helps wave out. And they do build the bridge and such, and, well, they do name it the Great Naruto Bridge. Naruto makes the same promise to Inari, and they technically leave. And so, though, like I said, and so, Kakashi is in the back of them. He's basically looking at the team. Naruto's being Naruto, Sakura's being Sakura, and Sasuke's being Sasuke, but he's basically already activated the Sharingan. And they did get an explanation. He did get an explanation from Naruto, which Kakashi and Sakura are curious on why Sasuke was demanding him to tell him what went on. And he just kind of explained he doesn't understand. He basically just said he was feeling angry, and then all of a sudden he got a lot more faster and stronger, and he was almost like he was seeing red, but he was able to calm down and control it. Which, in a sense, Kakashi doesn't understand if it's the QB or the blades now. Like, the blades must have some power, he thinks. So, we're gonna continue off next time if I basically make a part 2. If anyone thinks this is good, just tell me. But I know I'm gonna make a part 2. It's just let me know where I can improve on this one, because I mean, I'm just this was kind of just on the top of my head 2 days ago when I kind of just went with it, and I kind of just thought which way I can do it. I'm making this, so yeah, just let me know what you guys think. Give me, like, you guys can tell me which weapons or some ideas what you think will be good. I mean, I'm okay, all, okay just to hear that. So, in a sense, just let me know. I hope you guys have a nice day, night, wherever you are. And hopefully I can make part 2 of the reincarnation as a slime Naruto. And we actually can get that worked on. So yeah, anyways. Bye everyone. Have a nice day, night, wherever you are, and bye.